According to recent statistics, there have been a notable spike in murders, rapes, and robberies with violence for the period January 1st to September 6, 2021, when compared to the same period in 2020. Co-president of the Guyana Human Rights Association, McCormack, is of strong belief that the heavy political involvement in the Guyana Police Force, GPF, has resulted in the force being undermined.
The way that the police force has been undermined over the years, not just now, by political interference.
The Guyana Police Force originated from the colonial police militia, which had the responsibility of suppressing riots. According to McCormack, the only thing that changed since that time is the force's name, because it operates just as the police militia, only being of service when there is an outrageous incident.
So a major aim was political from the start, and it impacted on people's human rights. When it came to independence, it broadened to incorporate other activities, but it still fundamentally operates like a militia.
According to him, the police stations are far from welcoming to the residents of the community which they serve, which is the reason why people do not want to take their problems to the police. Establishing effective community policing initiatives involves much more than just giving a gun and a vehicle to a volunteer so they can just drive around, McCormack posited, adding that community policing is having officers on the ground, building trust in the community, and getting information of what's happening in the various communities that may possibly be of threat to any resident. The ideal people to garner this intel from are women, who the human rights body head noted spend the majority of their time at home and as such would most likely witness the happenings in the community. If citizens had trusted the police, they would go to them the first time something happens, the co-president reiterated. He lamented that the distrust between the police, that those whom they serve is resulting in victims of domestic violence losing their lives because the police force does not have the requisite intelligence to deal with these situations.
People don't talk to the police. And one of the key issues that is missing is intelligence about what's going on in the communities. And most of that intelligence is actually known by women.
McCormack believes that the implementation of policies in the country shouldn't be left to the police force because it is not a military body. The Guyana Police Force is instead a civil body under the ambit of the Ministry of Home Affairs, which he claims is unfortunately wielding a high political influence over the force.
We should be setting policy, but the implementation of that policy should be in the hands of the police. So there's too much political interference in this. And unfortunately, it affects standards of policing, it affects training.
Reporting for HGP Nightly News, Alana Nadir.